Hi, I'm Caroline Murphy, and I'm here today as a trustee of Crieff Connections. And I'm really looking forward to having a chat with Gillian Burns, who is our current manager at Crieff Connections. And we're just
Oh.
going to talk to you today a little
Mhm.
bit about what we do there, how it started, and we'll see where the conversation goes.
Yes. And Caroline, you're very much going to be doing the how it started, all of the history, the way back when, because I'm relatively, yeah, I like the perception. Yes, because I'm quite
Yeah.
relatively new to the charity, been in post about a year.
Uh-huh.
Yes, a
Yeah, and
year now.
you've been there. Yeah, it must be almost
Yeah,
exactly a year, is it
exactly a
not?
year because
Yeah.
it was
Uh-huh.
Easter time, during the Easter holidays. I started
Yeah,
last year.
but in that time, you've there's been lots going on, so I think you've got quite a lot to say yourself. So it'll be interesting. Yeah. So why? What have you enjoyed about your first year at Crieff
What
Connections?
have I
Yeah.
enjoyed? I love the variety of it
Yeah.
and working with lots of different people. I really enjoy it. I just like people and conversations and finding out about people, what they're up to, what we can do to help support them, and what makes them tick.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoy that. I love our team of volunteers.
Uh-huh.
They're a really fun bunch. And the folks that we have coming in to Connections, it's just nice to get chats
Yeah.
and
So what sort
get
of
to know them.
things you said there? You like supporting people. What sort of
Yes.
things are on offer that can support people?
So that's one of the things that I've been really working hard since I started to try and get some more different things,
Uh-huh.
because in Connections we really want to be supporting people and connecting them with services, things
Yeah.
that they're maybe not aware that they actually can access or they can get some help with.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we've had a few different agencies and council departments that we've connected with. So the
Fantastic.
community learning team, the lovely lady called Heather, she's in
Oh,
every
Heather's
week.
great. I think we
Heather's
all love
great.
Heather.
Yes. And she's just such a bright, bubbly
Yes.
person. It's lovely when she comes. So she's been helping people in accessing education.
Uh-huh.
So she does ASDAN courses with
All right.
them. So
Okay.
people do, like, there's a volunteering ASDAN, people have done gardening ones, there's, oh, what's one Christina did? Animal, like working with
Oh, an animal. Yeah, there's
animals.
an animal care one. Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
animal
I've heard of
care.
that.
So,
Yeah,
excuse me, they're only some of the ones that I remember. I know that there's a
fantastic.
huge scope of them, but she
Yeah.
does that. And as well, she helps people find out what qualifications they might already have but have
Okay.
forgotten about.
Oh, that's interesting. So she can look back on.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah. So
that's
I know she
great.
was doing that with someone yesterday. They were able
Right.
to look back, and this person just thought they'd left school without any qualifications, but found out actually she had loads that
Oh,
she didn't
that's
know about.
amazing. So it's
And
building up people's capacity to do
yes.
things. Oh, and
And
get
that means
involved.
that she's able to say, okay, well, this is what you have done. So that opens up these
Yeah.
different opportunities.
Oh, that's a great
So
thing.
this sort of
Yeah.
learning things are things that Heather's really good at, and she's fantastic at getting alongside people who are maybe a little bit unsure about education,
Yeah.
because education is not always
No.
a very fun subject for
Mm.
people, but Heather's great at making it accessible and finding out what they're interested in and pointing them towards it.
Yeah, that sounds a bit about how we wanted Connections to start. You were
Mm,
saying that it all came out of actually an education program that Elizabeth, Philip, and I, who are both we're founding
yep.
trustees of the charity. It was a Activate program at Glasgow University that they ran at the
Mhm.
campus, and I can't remember if Heather
At the
was involved
campus
with
here.
that at the campus here. Yeah,
Oh,
so the Glasgow University came out, and
yep.
a few of us did that, and it was a great course. But
Mhm.
Elizabeth and I worked on this project, and we used the a jigsaw as the kind of logo, and it was all these jigsaw pieces to try and connect people together. So it's
Yep.
absolutely fantastic that we're now providing these kinds of services
Where
which
they
are
are being
connecting people.
connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what
Mhm.
the core of what we were trying to do was.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting to hear.
Yeah. So that's one of the things, and it's great having Heather in, and she points us in other directions as well. And we also have had Lead Scotland in, so again with
Okay.
the education. So one of the other partners that we have worked with is Lead Scotland,
Okay.
and they work with people to help them get SQA qualifications, but it's in a really different way
Okay.
from normal education. So it's not sitting down and being taught, it's not sitting with a textbook, it's all really reflective.
Right.
And through the course that they did with this woman, Katie, who's lovely, the people who did it, so they managed to get an SQA qualification out of it.
Fantastic.
So
Great.
it's like a proper accredited
Yeah.
thing. And it's all reflective learning.
Right.
So they were able to use the volunteering that they did at Connections and reflect in that and think, okay, so what have I learned? What are my skills? What are the things that I need to work on?
Great.
And write reflective journals.
Amazing.
And
right.
then from that, yeah, they managed to submit that and get an SQA qualification.
So that's the actual volunteers who are
Yes.
are being upskilled as well. So it's
Yes.
giving them that sort of
Yeah.
building their capacity to go and do other things or move on to work if that's where they
Exactly.
want to do
And
things
we've
like
put
that.
the volunteers through first aid training. We've done drug overdose training. One of the staff members has done PAT testing
Yeah.
training as well. So that's been quite an important thing, trying to provide some upskilling and
Yeah.
education
Oh, the
type
pat
opportunities.
testing, I would have thought it's been a great thing because it's really
Yes.
hard if you get donations of electrical
Oh,
goods and then you can't do anything with them, and it must be very frustrating. So that must have been a
I
brilliant
mean,
thing.
before Zoe did the PAT testing, there was just like a massive table that was piled high of things that we knew people would want to use.
Yes.
There would be like toasters and kettles and electric blankets and heaters and air fryers, and we just thought, we really want to get these things to people, and
Yes,
slow cookers and stuff. So having managed to get her through the PAT testing has
that's
been
brilliant.
absolutely fantastic.
So is there a project that you do that that specifically gives items like that out to people, or does that go through the charity shop, or well, no, the new to you shop? Sorry,
The new
yeah,
to you shop. Yeah, so both of them. So we have the Home Essentials project, which Zoe manages. She facilitates that.
right.
And we also put some of the electrical things through the new to you shop.
Fantastic.
But
Great.
the Home Essentials one, we also work with a charity called Big House, which might be, you'll know that because of Logos as well.
That's the one that Gordon Brown started, wasn't it? Through Amazon, I think.
I will take
yes,
it is through Amazon.
Yes,
I didn't know who
and it was
started
Gordon
it.
Brown. Yeah, he didn't like all the so much waste because I think Amazon threw away a lot of the orders that maybe weren't fulfilled or had come back and returns.
Yes.
And it was him that championed that. So,
I didn't realise that's who started it. But yeah, so it's been fantastic working with Big House. So essentially what happens is they produce a list every week of things that there's surplus of that we can get access to. And so the Big House project, we can give it to people who are under 25 or
Great.
have got someone in their household who's under 25.
Fantastic, right?
And there's loads of like baby type things or household items and these things that we can give out.
I've seen some of those boxes. You can get some really,
Oh,
and
you
some
get
of
some
the
interesting things
interesting,
in
but
those
some of
boxes.
it's beautiful. I mean, some
Oh,
of
yeah.
the things I've seen that you've got is just like wow. I mean,
Yes.
absolutely stunning.
I mean, there's
Duvet
things
covers
where, like,
and
oh,
yeah.
I wish that we could sell that in the charity shop.
Yeah.
And new to you, because I would absolutely buy
Yes,
that.
yeah, no, which is wonderful. So
yes.
people are getting really lovely things. It's not, which is lovely.
Yeah. And the Home Essentials, if you don't qualify for Big House, so if you don't have someone in the house who's under 25, then the Home Essentials is a way that we can give things which have perhaps been donated or that we have got from another way. So a lot of the electrical things might go out through Home Essentials.
Right.
So that could be people who've maybe been moved into emergency accommodation
right, okay.
or who, for whatever reason, don't have the things that they need. So we've got a lot of like household goods and bed linen, crockery, these sorts of things that we can give to people.
Those things
And
that
it's
are
great.
essential.
They
It's a
are,
great name
yeah.
for the project, actually.
Yeah.
And things you don't think that you need until you haven't got. That makes sense. Things that are everyday items like cutlery or something.
And you're
so
suddenly
if they
thinking,
are,
how do I eat my stew when I don't have?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that
sounds like a fantastic project.
Yeah, it is. And Zoe loves it as well. She's so good at it. It also gives joy to us being able to help people out. So as well as being able to hopefully help them and support them and connect them with different services, that's it.
Again, part of our core values of what the heart of what Crieff Connections was made up to do.
Yeah.
There's just that love and care for the community and people in the community. So.
Yeah. So the PAT testing has enabled an extra addition to that, like an extra, being able to supplement, which is
brilliant
fantastic.
because actually we all go through so many electrical items or get something new or want to change our set, and it's great to know that that's somewhere. So can people come and donate items like that? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we take donations, and we absolutely would love to have donations that are of a usable quality.
Yes, I understand that.
I think we're probably all quite aware of the fact that sometimes charity shops, like you see articles and BBC News or whatever, of charity shops having things that are just left outside their door and they get sodden, or they're just not usable at all, or people who are wanting, that have got a really good heart and want to give things to charity shops, and that is lovely, and we really appreciate that people are wanting to
absolutely,
things to not go to landfill. But sometimes actually items have reached the end of their life, and passing them on to somewhere that's trying to resell items on, that's actually not the life that item is able to fulfill
its
anymore.
life is finished.
Yes.
And it's sometimes hard to actually accept that, isn't it? Because we all want to recycle, or we all want to give, but actually sometimes
you do get some donations that come in thinking, actually, this has been well loved, this has been well used, and it is not something that we are able to either pass on or sell to someone. And there's textile recycling and things that these things can perhaps go to, but so
I suppose we've got, when Crieff were really blessed with the fact that we've also got Remake as well, haven't we? So there's other charities that can maybe do things with some things as well. So
and
that's good.
we do sort of help out Remake, and they help us at points. So there's sometimes things that are maybe not going to be useful for us. So I know that they've done some textile art projects.
Fantastic,
And so at one point they were looking for a specific type of textile.
Brilliant.
And we were able to say, okay, well, here we have these things, excellent. And then there's sometimes things that they've been donated that for whatever reason they're not able to sell them on, they're not able to upcycle them, and so they give them to us.
That's great. So that's what it's all about, that collaboration and community organisations working together as well. That's brilliant. So I know food is something else that's quite an important part of Crieff Connections, and it always was. It's sort of actually Crieff Connections, some of it came out of the food bank way back yonder in a different life. I know that when I was at Logos, we had the food bank to start with, and it sort of grew too big for Logos, and then it moved on. But there was always a sort of food element to what Crieff Connections could do. So it's not a food bank, but it's a food larder. So there's quite a difference in that. Can you explain a little bit about that? Because we do still have a food bank, obviously, in Crieff, which is a really important thing. But you have a food larder. So how does that operate?
Distinction is one that is quite often lost in people. So so the food bank is one that can give out food parcels, and they're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason that we open Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is so that there is always an affordable.
It's absolutely the reason.
So we are open Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. And so we are. It's a community pantry. Is what our signage says, community pantry, and it's items which are for sale, but they are usually about 50% of what you will find in shop prices. And part of that is because they are excess from shops. That's the word that I was looking for. So we've got a few different ways that we get food for the pantry, and the main one is getting excess from supermarkets. So there's two different streams even to that.
Oh, right, okay, I was thinking that sounds,
We have a wonderful team of volunteers who pick up from Aldi and from Co-op at the end of the day. And they pick up things that have maybe got a short shelf life left, or they've ordered more than they require. And so we're able to take it and pass it on through the community pantry, and that's Co-op and Aldi who do that. And then the other one, which is probably our main source of stock in the pantry, is through FairShare. So in some ways, FairShare is maybe like the food equivalent of Big House.
Yes, that's a good way of saying it actually.
So instead of taking like Amazon excess stock, they take from the likes of like Tesco's and Morrison's, and randomly KFC and Domino's
really?
and Pizza Express and
okay.
Marks and Spencer's. So,
actually,
and Costa.
You say that, I think I saw you've got a sauce on the shelf. I think that's some
Exactly.
secret KFC
Yes,
sauce,
the
isn't there?
secret KFC sauce.
I must admit, I looked at that the other day and thought, I'm really intrigued by that.
Yeah.
I wondered where it had come from.
A real variety of things, because we've had, I can't remember where it was from Domino's. I think it was a sauce as well.
Right.
Like their wee dipping pots.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But the KFC secret sauce.
Yes.
And Pizza Express. Very random.
It's kind of cool though, isn't it?
Yes. I think in some ways it's quite fun actually to shop in the pantry, because you don't know what you're going to get.
No.
It's not like you are definitely always going to get baked beans, and you are
it?
always going to get that particular sauce.
Right.
It is a bit, what's in this week? And
I must admit, having been in, I've been amazed sometimes at the fridge at the
Mm,
amount of meat that you sometimes get.
yeah.
I mean that's
Hmm.
incredible. That
Yeah.
some of the like I mean like joints of meat and
Yes.
yeah, and
Well, a couple.
steaks even sometimes, isn't
We
there, and
actually
things like
quite
that.
often get
Right.
steaks,
Okay.
which like Tesco rump or sirloin
Yeah.
steaks are the ones that we get the most regularly. So
So
Tesco
when does
keep
that when
pre-ordering.
does that food come in? How does that
So
work?
what happens is on a Thursday morning, I get a phone call and they just say this. So they're like bananas, blueberries, steak, chicken,
Wow.
and I
Oh,
just
so they
have to.
actually reel it all off in
Oh
the
yeah,
list. Oh
like
wow.
everything.
Right. Okay.
They go through their whole list and they'll see when the best before date is as
Right.
well
Okay.
because
Yeah,
that
that's
has an
essential for us,
impact.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So they literally go through this great big list and I get to say, yes, we'll have that. No, we're not, oh, I'm not sure about that. And trying to figure out what the people of Crieff might want to
Yes.
buy is that
Yeah.
what I want to maybe buy is not always the same. So
Uh-huh.
I have to sometimes think, actually, I would really like that, but I
Yeah.
am not going to buy 2 kilograms of
No,
it.
right, fair
And I
enough,
don't think
yes.
anyone else will like it.
What's the
So,
weirdest thing you've been
oh,
offered, can you think?
the weirdest thing.
Or the sort of most out there that you've sort of gone, maybe not,
I
or
mean,
we'll go for it, we'll
the
see.
things that I don't like are like tongue and liver and
Oh,
stuff
right,
like
okay,
that.
yeah.
And I did at one point get liver because I was chatting to someone. They're like, "Oh, I would love that."
Oh, right, okay.
Great, fair enough. And
Liver just takes me back to being a wee girl.
no, can't stand it. Can't stand it. We got, you know how if you go into Pizza Express, this is the Pizza Express thing, and they'll have like an activity sheet for
Yes,
kids.
yeah.
They gave us hundreds of those at one point.
Oh, right, okay. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes they have got so much of a thing that they give it to you for free
Oh,
because
okay.
nobody wants it.
Right, okay. So you
And
get
so,
a
yes,
bonus.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's great.
60,000 bunches of bananas or something, yeah.
Yes. I thought, oh, there was a couple times. This was when I was quite new and didn't always know what to ask when they
Yes.
were saying things.
Uh-huh.
And they'd said like, oh, like tomato pasta sauce. I thought, yeah,
That sounds great, yeah.
yes, that'd be great. Not realizing it was a commercial pack.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so it was 3 litre packs.
What were you gonna did you have to oh no, what I'm not even gonna ask what you did with that.
I mean, I think I bought one
Right,
personally and
okay, and
just
put it in
took
the
it home
freezer, yeah.
and diligently put
Uh-huh.
it into different freezer bags.
Yes.
And yes. And there was another one. Oh, it was sliced sausage,
Right.
I think. And I was expecting like a little pack of,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was like
Oh wow.
1.5 kilos of it.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay,
So I've
yes.
learned to ask,
Yes.
oh, is that
How's it
catering or is
yeah.
that a
How is it
retail?
dispensed, so to speak?
Yes. We do actually still have a like massive 2 big logs of haggis,
Oh wow.
which, yep, we'll figure something out.
So a
Fitness.
Saturday morning's the time to come, is it, for
Yes,
the
so it gets
FairShare? Yeah.
delivered. We order on Thursday, it gets delivered on Friday,
Uh-huh.
and we unpack, put in the shelves, price up, all that jazz. And then on the Saturday is when
Right,
those
okay.
things.
Yeah.
And some of them are like longer shelf life. So
Okay.
we pretty much always have like rice and pasta, and there's always going to be bread
Right.
in tins. So we always will have those things, but stuff like steaks or cheese, milk,
Uh-huh.
cream, some of these things, it's just dependent on what they've
Yeah.
had that
And
week.
imagine people you've got regular customers
Yes.
who enjoy coming and seeing what
Yes.
you've got and things. So that's great, isn't it?
FairShare's
Yeah.
quite fun, to be
Yeah.
honest. I quite like FairShare.
No, that sounds good.
Yes.
You often have flowers as well. I always see lots of bunches of flowers
Oh,
down
yeah,
there. So,
supermarkets, we quite often get flowers for the supermarkets.
yeah. Which
I
is
think
nice for
particularly
people, I
like
think.
after Mother's Day
Right,
and
okay.
after Easter weekend, we had an awful lot of
Right,
flowers.
okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
And we always have like the free shelf or the free fridge.
Right, okay.
So there's like a free element. So
Yeah.
some things it's because the best before has maybe just passed.
Right,
And
okay.
it's still a perfectly usable item,
Yes.
but the shops can't sell it.
No.
We're not going to sell it. It's away for free. And the same for some fridge and freezer stuff. Or we have just got so much of it
Right, yeah.
that we would really love just for people to take it. And very often that is bread.
Yeah.
So we get masses of bread.
Yes, I could imagine.
And I don't think any amount of bread and butter pudding
No.
or like making the little bird cakes
Yeah,
could actually get
Right.
get through all the bread.
And I suppose half of our idea was to stop landfill as well. So
Well, yes.
so we don't want to be putting it in the landfill
Yeah.
either. So we want people to
So the
get
pantry's
the
having
use
those,
of it.
my
Yeah.
understanding, it's got the two things of
Yeah.
helping with cost of living, but also the sustainability, wanting
Yeah.
to divert foods from landfill.
So anyone can use the
Yes.
pantry.
Anyone can use the pantry.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's fantastic, isn't it?
all are welcome.
Yeah. So be nice to see more people come in and kind of see what
It
we've
would
got.
be.
Hopefully
I
they'll, yeah.
mean, Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock, we have people champing at the bit, waiting to go in. We have to, nope, it is still 9:59. You're not allowed in
It's
until 10
a
o'clock.
dash, is it?
It is, there is
Supermarket
often
sweep.
a bit of a, oh, I love supermarket sweep. Yes. So that is the food pantry.
Oh, that's great. So there's, I'm trying to go round. What else do the school uniform bank? Again,
School
that was
uniform bank.
another one that started a long time ago. I think it's been in Logos too at some points, but it was also in Elizabeth's garage for a while and in boxes. And but I
I think
think
some
it's
of it's still in
yeah,
boxes.
it's very
Yeah.
lovely to see it actually all set out now in its own wee unit. So
Yeah.
so how does that operate? Is that
It's a low-cost uniform bank, pre-loved items. We have sometimes we have new things and we can provide uniform for people for free if
fantastic?
there's referrals and things. We work with the schools for that.
Great.
But for the most part, it's things that have been donated that we pass on to
Yeah.
folks.
It's very cost effective. It's very low price, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
very low price. And we
Uh-huh.
find that like nowadays you can get uniform quite cheaply in shops.
Yes.
And that's good that it's really accessible for people because folks, like, it's important for kids to have uniform and feel that they're belonging and part of the school and have that identity. But often they're of lower quality.
Yeah. I know
And
what you mean.
so we find that perhaps sometimes people will buy from places and actually they might be paying the same money that they would in our uniform bank.
Uh-huh.
But the brands that we have in the uniform bank are usually like M&S
Right. Okay.
and
So it's better
Next.
quality.
So it's really good quality. To be honest,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff when we've put it up, we're like, this looks as though it's not been worn
Oh wow.
at all.
That's not like my children then who went through their
I was
knees.
gonna say,
Well, my
yeah,
son
it's
anyway.
not like there's no ripped knees.
Yeah.
It's not looking
Uh-huh.
faded. And one of the things, so in the was it the summer holidays, we had a uniform sale. So
Yeah.
what is in the uniform bank in Connections is just a small portion
Right.
of what we have.
Right. Okay.
So because we knew schools are starting soon, people will be buying uniform, we got everything out
Oh,
and
amazing.
put it
Right.
down the main concourse.
Uh-huh.
And it took forever to
bet
sort
it
it out
did,
because there
yeah.
was so much of it. But I was so impressed by the way that kids' uniforms are designed.
Right. Okay.
And not having children myself, this is probably not news to anybody, but it was to me, the fact that the waistbands of trousers
Oh, it's,
elasticated with the little buttons.
yeah, they're brilliant. Absolutely
So
brilliant.
good.
Yes.
Why is that not just done for clothes?
I know everyone's clothes, not just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love that.
Because yeah, I would as well. Actually, it'd be great, especially
Yes.
trousers.
Absolutely. Yes. So we have an
Yeah.
awful lot of particularly trousers, I think.
Right.
Trousers
And do you have?
skirts.
So do you stock? I know that quite a lot of our schools now have a specific colour jumper or
Yes.
something. So do you have a sort of
So
range of that as well?
Yeah, we have
the local primary schools?
a lot of Crieff Primary,
Uh-huh.
a lot of Crieff High, a little bit of St Dom's, and then we've got some from Comrie, and occasionally we'll get some from Maderty or St Fillan's.
And Muthil as well?
Muthil as
No
well.
St Fillan's anymore because there's no school there anymore.
No school there. I
no.
probably meant. I was trying to think of the different colours. And yes,
I remember there being a
yes.
school St Fillan's, but not anymore, sadly.
Muthil is the one. I meant, yes. So we
Well,
have
that's good.
those different ones.
And I
Yeah.
take it it's probably a busy time. Is that sort of summer season? Is it, and maybe October too, or
It is.
yeah, or do
That's
people come
probably
in
the
all
more
the time?
concentrated, but we quite often have parents who'll come in and just like pick up a couple t-shirts or
Yeah.
a couple of things and say, yep, kid just loses them.
Aye, or they grow
Or
suddenly.
they grow,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. So I think there was someone who was in and saying like, I feel like I buy them as quickly as she loses
Wow.
them.
Right. Oh gosh.
There's a fair chance that they'll go into a school lost property,
Yeah.
make their way back to
That's
us,
true.
and then just go straight out to her
That's true.
again. But I'm sure she'd rather not have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so school uniform bank, and we do a big push with all of that stuff and work with the schools for referrals to
Yeah, that's
help
great.
people get uniform.
That's a brilliant service, isn't it? A very good service.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's done the pantry,
Yes.
done the school uniform bank,
Uh-huh.
community cafe,
Yes.
where people can come and have a natter,
Yeah.
social isolation, like addressing these sorts of things.
It's that connecting people again, isn't
Yes.
it? It's a
Yeah.
space for people to feel like they're safe and can just enjoy a chat
Yes.
or a conversation or a
And we've
cup of tea or
not too long finished doing the warm spaces.
yes, of course,
So
yeah.
we
So what's
got
that?
Fairer Communities money. This is when I forget the different funds for different things.
No, it's warm spaces money.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
warm spaces money. Okay.
Warm
Yeah.
welcome, I think they called it this year.
Warm
For a
welcome.
warm space. I think that's how it works.
A warm welcome for a warm
Yeah.
space. Yes. So we had put in an application to be able to be a space that had a warm welcome for people.
Oh, lovely.
And so we managed to get soup from Gourley's that they brought up for us
Oh, that's a good idea.
3
Right,
times a
okay.
week,
Nice.
and just had a warm welcome, bowl of soup,
Great.
lots of bread, because we have always
Always
lots of bread,
yes.
and a bit of a chat. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was where we're doing that, and it was free from November to March, and that's a sort of regular thing that we've done. I
Yeah.
think this was the first year there was soup.
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was greatly
Which is a lovely idea.
appreciated.
I think that's a
Yes.
brilliant
I
idea.
really appreciated
And it definitely
it.
fills your, but it makes you warm from
Warm from
inside as
ins-
well as warm on the outside. So that's
Yes.
lovely. So I think
Mhm.
we've got, is there not a new thing that's just started? You were talking about the Fairer Futures funding. Was there not
Fairer
a
Communities
Fairer
funding.
Communities?
Yeah.
Fairer
It's
Communities
all
funding.
the different things.
The Fairer
the
Community.
centres-
Did you not
Yes.
have a real bonus at Connections?
So
Yeah.
we had 2 things in for the. So one was the Fairer Communities, and one was
Yeah.
the Green Spaces.
Oh, that's right. Of
the
course.
Green Living.
Yes.
It
Green
was
Living
Green Living,
Fund.
wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yes. So these were 2 different funds that were
It's Perthick and Ross
community.
funds, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
Perthick and Ross ones, and it was community voted for them.
Uh-huh.
So you had to put in your proposal and say what it was that you would want to spend the money on, and it was focused around cost of living, I believe.
Yes.
And so we had one in the Green Living to replace a couple, well, to get a freezer and a fridge for the pantry, because one of them wasn't working, and then another one wasn't fit for purpose. So we've now got a much bigger free fridge, and it's been
Brilliant.
wonderful. But the one that a bigger one that we put into the Fairer Communities was to work with Citizens Advice in Perth,
Right. Okay.
to get someone in Crieff doing Citizens Advice.
Fantastic.
So that was a really big deal for
Yeah.
us, and the community obviously wanted that to be a
Yes.
service that was in Crieff, because they really got behind that,
Yeah.
voted for it, and so we're delighted that we now have on Tuesday mornings Citizens Advice,
That is amazing.
taking appointments. And ever since she started, I think she started end of February,
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
around about that
Uh-huh.
sort of time. But I don't think there's been a single appointment slot that hasn't been taken
That's absolutely brilliant.
since then.
What a fantastic service to be able to offer as
Yeah.
well.
It-
That's great.
Yeah, it's just another way of connecting people with services.
Yeah.
And Emma, the woman who does it, who does the
Uh-huh.
drop-in from cab, she used to do drop-in in Crieff.
Did she really?
Yes.
Yeah, it used to be in the old days, so to speak.
Mhm.
It was in the hospital, yeah.
Yes.
And
So
it was
she used to
missed.
do
I
that.
mean, I can't say how many times people still were asking when it was taking place, when it
Mm.
hadn't been taking place for years. So to bring it back to Crieff is an absolutely brilliant
Yeah,
thing.
so
So
it's
that
been
locality thing is
fantastic.
just
Yes.
brilliant.
And even the fact that, like, if we're just going about talking with people, we're able to say, actually, that's something that Emma would be able to help you
Yes,
with.
great.
Let's just get you booked in. And it's not thinking about, okay, so you need to go to Perth,
Yeah.
this bus, and that has to tie in with this time.
Yeah.
And
And
all
whether
these
they're
things.
confident enough to get the bus, I suppose, as well.
Yes.
Sometimes people
And
don't like
sometimes
that
it's like
travel.
between the work shifts or
Yes,
things.
absolutely.
And it's just not possible to
Yeah.
get out there. So
And some people don't like telephones either, because I think that was the other option, and I think
Yes.
that was putting people off
Yeah.
too. That's all about what Crieff Connections was all about. It's that those jigsaw pieces coming together and
So that's
putting the
been
right people together.
fantastic having Emma in on Tuesdays doing that.
So it
Keeping
sounds like a very
very
busy
busy.
place. You're only open. Are you sure you're only open a Tuesday morning, a Thursday
Yes.
morning, and a Saturday morning?
Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays. It's just we pack a lot into those
Yeah,
times.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm fairly recently at Crieff Connections, but you have got the long history of Crieff Connections. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about how it got from whatever it was,
Yeah.
Activate, I think
Uh-huh.
you said, to where it is now.
Yeah.
And
So-
physically now, obviously, it's in the old
Yeah.
bus depot. So there's
where
a bit
was
of a
it
journey
before?
that, because
there
it
has
hasn't
been a
always
journey,
been
definitely.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I talked a little bit about doing the Activate course. That was the Glasgow University course, which is where kind of some of the ideas had come from. But it had been brewing before that, to be honest. With the food bank, unfortunately, becoming more used, which always say with a sad heart, because I don't,
Mm.
yeah, just makes me sad to think that
Yeah.
we, in a society, that we need a
Yeah.
food bank. But
You like that you can provide it, but you
yes,
don't
we
want
don't.
to be in a situation where people need it.
Yeah, exactly. But and it had grown too big for Logos, because Logos was a youth work charity, and it just the way it was working. So we'd seen that. That actually in Logos we were also doing a lot of that connecting role. It wasn't just about giving somebody a bag of food, it was about sitting them down and having a cup of tea. We were doing that and talking to people and finding out a bit more about them, and connecting them with people and services and things like that. So it was already sort of brewing, if that makes sense, in the background. And then I think we did this course, and then it was also up at the parish church at that time. They were looking at doing a community cafe, and also sort of bringing people together. And it was just trying to bring people together, give them a space to go that was nice. And then everything kind of came to a halt because COVID hit. But actually for us, it turned into a good thing, which sounds really weird, and I don't know if that's the right words, but we got some funding. That was when we kind of really sort of made the charity come together, and we got some funding in the COVID recovery fund, and we opened up an actual site in the high street, which got the name Crieff Connections, and it was and from there we were able to provide some of the pantry food that we were doing already. We were able to connect with people. We employed a couple of members of staff. We were doing a telephone befriending project for obviously people who were feeling isolated because of COVID, because they couldn't come out of their homes. There was a men's project. They went out and played golf, which was fantastic. And we had all these golf clubs donated to us, which I think we've still got a few remnants of. And so that was a real buzzing hub. Actually, it was small. We also had the school uniform in there. It was a bit of everything in that building. And then the opportunity to get the bus depot, which was Penny Lane, or I think Penny Lane's what most people think of it as, but it had the co-op in there, and there was all sorts of different places, but it had been empty for about 8 years. So we got the opportunity to go and have a look at this site, and then we all sort of went in thinking, oh, it's going to be too big, or it's going to be ruined, or it's going to be, and it was absolutely, we were gobsmacked. It was almost immaculate.
Oh, wow.
And the place, we couldn't believe how it was just all still there. There wasn't much damage done. People hadn't been in there. It almost felt ghostly in some respects, and that like there were still fridges and things that it was all still there.
Yeah.
And I think all of our hearts went, oh, this would be amazing. It would be an amazing space to do this from. And we did it. And so we moved in there, I think it was around about 2022 time. And sort of then, well, I think we kept the space up in the high street for a wee while we sort of formulated the transitioned the different shops and made spaces available and things, and sort of been there ever since. So it's
during the lockdown times that you moved down there?
No, it was just after. I think it was just at the end of it. Well, I know it's crazy. I didn't do the move. I got out of the move because I was locked down because there was COVID in our house. And it was a Christmas time, so it was just. So I think it was maybe just at the end of the COVID. So yes,
because I think I've seen pictures of like maybe you and Elizabeth at the entrance with tables.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
and
we did. We did it from the door to start with. We did it.
Yeah.
We had tables and we were distributing food from the door and things like that.
And I wondered if that was because people weren't allowed in the building or something.
It was absolutely, yeah. It was
another photo that I've seen is of doing, I think it must be Christmas meals.
Yeah.
Because there's loads of tables down the concourse.
Yes. So that's a project that myself, Alan Caldwell actually, who's a man from Comrie, who has a massive heart for the community, started that project up, and to provide a fresh meal for Christmas for families. Initially families who were referred through the food bank, and then it came from families who we referred, and then also we got the council involved in that, and lots of housing and tenants and things. So that started actually, we did those initially from the Baptist church. They were distributed, and then the last, I think it might be 3 years, we've distributed them from Crieff Connections because it's easier for the drivers to come in, and the numbers again, due to cost of living, I think we delivered 50 meals this year. But we also did that in conjunction with Giraffe trading, who at the time were doing a cooked meal. So the people that perhaps weren't able to cook a big turkey or
Yeah.
anything could get a starter, a
So there
main
was the
course, and
two
a pudding. So there was
elements.
2 elements to that. So
Mhm.
so yeah, no, that's an amazing project. We do that on Christmas Eve. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
I do remember last Christmas there. I
Uh-huh.
was going round with lots of being able to give out packs of Christmas
Yeah.
meals, the ones from the giraffe, and
Oh yeah.
that was
There's
nice.
there's nothing better. I think it's
Mm.
just a bit of Christmas cheer at that time of year. So but yeah, there's been lots of things like that.
Yep.
There's been lots of projects where we've had funding to be able to give out electricity for
Yep.
people. I can remember Elizabeth and I having to go around with electric cards and make sure people had electricity and things like that. It's all about cost of living and making
Mm.
people's lives easier and better if we can.
And that's something we're going to be doing again quite soon,
Right.
because cost of living is,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
well things
is
going
really
on.
challenging. So
Yeah.
some of the things that are happening now are ones that have been in the past.
Yes.
But are there things that have been done like before my time that are not going on anymore?
Or
Like,
the telephone befriending. It had its season because it
yes.
was COVID and people were in their homes, and then so the bit about isolation, that was very much one of our core elements was to stop isolation,
Mm.
and it was like, oh, suddenly we hit COVID and we couldn't do that in the
And
same
isolation
way.
becomes massive.
So there was a lovely lady called Jill Garang took on that project, and she had various different people who were befrienders who would phone up, and they had some lovely, I think there were some lovely connections and conversations made. But as we came out of lockdowns and things, that wasn't needed as much anymore.
So some of it is reacting to what the needs at that
Absolutely.
time are.
Absolutely,
Yep.
yeah. And it's always growing and developing.
Mm.
It's not a jigsaw piece that's ever finished. There's no I don't think there's any outer edges of our jigsaw. There's always that opportunity to add a little bit more in or take a little bit out if necessary.
I was going to say,
So
are you going to end up having little holes in your jigsaw because
yeah,
that's not a need that's there anymore?
I think that's a possibility.
Mm.
Or we change the picture. Yeah,
Change the picture
yeah,
entirely.
uh-huh.
Like you changed from your high street unit to down where it is now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things don't stay the same,
No,
which can be challenging.
it can be very challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
it can be an exciting challenge as well,
yes,
though.
yeah.
Trying to remember that.
Yes, definitely. I think one of the things that's been so amazing about Crieff Connections is our team of volunteers.
Mm.
I don't know what you think, but I know
Well, that's one of the joys for
from
me
the very
being
beginning
there.
all the way through, there's been, and we've watched some of the volunteers grow into staff members as well. But it's just it's like a family.
Yeah.
I just think I always think that's something that makes Crieff Connections really special. Is that kind of, they look after each other.
Yeah.
It's they almost empower each other to be to do things and
Yeah.
have a go at things and try something new, but they're so loyal and dedicated as well. I would say that our
Committed is
volunteers,
the
would
word
you
that
agree?
was coming to
Yeah.
mind. Like they're so committed to each other and building each other up and supporting. And there's a WhatsApp chat with the volunteers. And if someone's not going to be there for whatever reason, everyone is getting around, oh, hope you're doing okay. Is there anything you need? And so there's a real culture of supporting each other in community and family within that.
And how would you become a volunteer at Connections? Is that something?
That is something that we would love for people to do. So it's a simple volunteer form, but I would suggest that coming and having a chat with myself. And there's loads of different roles that people can help out with at Connections. And sometimes people will come in and say, well, I don't want to be at the front of things at all. I don't want to do that. And that's fine, because we've got roles that need people to be not front facing at all, not like having nothing to do with people. And that works so well for folks who just want to sort of potter away in the background.
Right, okay. I suppose you must get lots of donations and things, so that would be a job, wouldn't it?
So that's always a job, is helping sort through donations and getting clothes steamed and ready to go out in the charity shop, and sorting out, actually, there's some things that might be better to sell online because it's a more specialised item.
So how do you do that? What do you use for that?
At the moment, we have got one of your Logos people coming doing their work at the Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's great.
And so she does it through Vinted.
Fantastic. That's
pictures,
brilliant.
the listings and the posting of them out. So yeah, we do some things through Vinted. But then, like, we have the volunteers who pick up the food at the end of the day from supermarkets, and we could always do with an extra one or two in that rota. People who maybe...
Is that in the evenings then? Is that
so that's like at the close of day.
Okay.
Yes. And I mean, we would love to be able to do some weeding around the outside of the building.
Oh, right, yeah, I never thought of that. Yes, that's a
especially
great
coming
job.
into
Yes,
this time of year, weeds grow like weeds.
yes,
And so
yeah.
it's lovely to get them picked up. And we have some garden space at the front, and to be able to keep that tidy and to grow some things, as well as like helping out in the charity and the new to you shop or the pantry. So there's lots of different areas that people can volunteer.
Yeah.
And we love to get them involved and support them
Fantastic.
through that, through the likes of some of the
I know
training
we're
and things we've
also,
done.
as a board, also thinking it's time, maybe it's, if people are interested, they could also come on board and become trustees as well.
Yeah.
That's something else that if they had an expertise or something in finance or in, I don't know, various different charitable things, that
Yes.
trustees would also be really good as well.
Legal and
Yeah,
HR and finance,
exactly.
some of these
So
skill sets.
perhaps if there's a few people out there, that would be
Maybe
great.
it would be, yes. Oh, I think
Yeah.
I'd love someone who's up on social media,
Yeah.
because I'm finding I don't have the time to do the Facebook posts
Right.
that
Okay.
would help us to tell people about what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that,
Yeah.
yes, if anyone is a dab hand
Right.
at social
Okay,
media.
social media, right.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think the community have always been very supportive of Connections right back from the beginning. I remember when we were in the hub in the high street, I can remember us getting donations from various different businesses and things of food sometimes if they had, or other things that you sort of go, they're real special treats sometimes as well. You suddenly get this donation. So I mean, I think we can't say thank you enough to the members of the community and the businesses in the community who have supported us, and and the bigger funders who are out there, and the different groups and organisations and the schools as well. The schools have always been really supportive of what we do.
While it's one charity, it's a whole load of people, and it wouldn't happen without all the different volunteers and the different, like the council people who support us,
absolutely.
and the school and the businesses and the funders.
Yeah, our local councillors have always been really supportive as well, which has been great. So
there's so many different parts that go into making Connections able to happen. And
so the best time to find you is a Thursday or a Saturday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
But we're also open on a Tuesday as
open
well.
on a Tuesday. I just work elsewhere on a Tuesday. Yeah, so I work.
So it's 10 till 1 on
10
a
to 1,
Tuesday
and a
Thursday
and a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
But do come and see us. Come and see what Crieff Connections has to offer.
Indeed. Come and buy something from the pantry.
You might get a surprise, eh?
Yes.
See you soon. Oh, Gillian, this has been really great, hasn't it?
Are you still drinking that coffee?
I'm still drinking this coffee.
I finished mine some time ago, but yes, it has been very nice to be here.
It's part of Strathearn Stories podcast. Yeah, hopefully we'll get invited back another time. What do you think?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't eaten our tea cake.
No,
maybe
I know,
we take that
exactly.
as well.
A big thank you to Karen and Ian, eh?
Yes.
And all for Strathearn Stories. So we'll be looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.